Welcome to Tel Aviv in Israel. Game day 2 of the Women's EuroBasket 2023, and a huge game ahead of us here in Group A as Greece take on Latvia. Latvia, a massive win for them, turning over one of the pre-tournament favourites, Spain, in the final game here last night. It really has set them on the right path within this tournament. As for Greece, they had a tough opening game against Montenegro, losing that one by 5. That loss has put their backs against the wall, and today is close to a must-win game for them. Here's our slate for today. Later tonight, we'll close out with Spain against Montenegro. What an entertaining group we have here in Group B. Montenegro, Latvia, Spain, Greece, all going toe-to-toe. Remember, top team goes through to the quarterfinals, and then team 2 and 3 will head to those quarterfinal qualification games, with the 4th team dropping out. I'm Mark Mills. I'm joined by former Great Britain international and Olympian Zania Stewart. Zania, great to be back with you courtside. A big question for you. What were the key takeouts from day 1? And there was a lot for us to get our heads around from day 1.
Wow, where do I even start? Well, I'll take from Latvia's win, like you said, versus Spain. Wow, they dug deep and they managed to get the win. And, you know, they were so physical, Mark. They banged Spain around and they were really tough, and they managed to get the win. So I think they will gain confidence from that and bring that into today, where, you know, the Greeks, they struggled a little bit. They really had to kind of push back. They made a last-second run against Montenegro, but lost 69 to 74. Maybe just a little bit disappointed. So they'll be looking to get their first win in this tournament.
When we look at Latvia, I think most people, if they're honest, will agree that they were surprised that they picked up the win against Spain. Was it a great Latvian performance or an underpass Spain? How would you balance that one out?
Yeah, I think Spain is in this new transition phase, and I was saying to Jeff, our partner in commentary, was like, I think we need to just throw it away of us saying, oh, it's not Spain. This is the new Spain. They've got to figure it out somehow. But this isn't about Spain, this is about Latvia. And Latvia was tremendous. They went deep in their bench, everyone stuck to the game plan, and everyone played hard, and I really respected it, and they deserved the win.
And you'll have experienced this, an opening game loss within the tournament. Greece had that, and it was a bit of a heartbreak against Montenegro. I think Greece went in as favourites for that game, but lost by 5. How easy is it to flick the switch and forget that game and move on to today so quickly?
Yeah, you really have to have short-term memory. You have to learn really quickly, okay, what did we do wrong? And I would say Greece kind of didn't rebound the ball very well. So you've got to learn and change really small, minuscule things to get ready for the next day. So short-term, rest, eat, have a sleep, and then come back fresh the next day.
Sometimes easier said than done, but I'm sure that Coach Prakas has been working on that with his team. We will now have a break in our commentary as we have the national anthems of both teams. First, it will be Latvia, followed by the national anthem for Greece.
Please rise the First, Latvia national anthem.
to get us ready for a huge game of international basketball. The national anthems, both teams are set, they're in their huddles. They'll now go and exchange gifts on the half. And the last bit of pleasantry between these two teams before they get ready for battle. And they'll go toe-to-toe for 40 minutes. We expect a physical encounter between these two teams. Let's have a look at our officiating crew, which will make sure that encounter stays within the rules of the game. We have Mike Voisberg, Mikhail Proch, Ahmed Dara from Denmark, Poland and France, respectively. The one officiating crew who are good to go as we are here in the commentary box. Both teams now entering their final preparations. Steinberger, Jakobsen, Vulva, Laxa and Vilka, the starting five for Latvia. Looking in though, realistically, Steinberger has been the standout player. What makes her so effective for you?
Well, she's so strong. She had 22 points. She started a little slow in the first half. There you see she was 7 from 18, but then when the game mattered, she took the ball, took Latvia on her shoulders and absolutely made some big plays.
Yeah, Coach Vata there, deep in thought, getting the final plays on his board. And he'll be hoping to see a similar performance today that he saw from his team yesterday, a battling, strong performance. At the other end of the floor, we'll now jump into the Greek starting five. Lampro, Lopro, Spano, Kristinaki into the starting five, and Mariela Fazula. Plenty of talent, plenty of experience in that starting five, but how important for you is Spanu's leadership?
Well, Spanu for me, they're double-double, 15 points, 11 rebounds, and also assist game. And at some point, we saw Spanu bringing up the ball like the point guard. Obviously, she's one of their veteran pieces in this Greek team, but also a main focus on their offense between her and Fasulas. They're big time. They've got to step up and play. Fasulas also had 15 points, 9 rebounds last game in their loss, but they're doing their part.
So Coach Prekas now into the final huddle, getting his final words across to his players. They'll be wanting to see a lot more from his team today than he saw in game day one.
And this is a must-win for them, right?
Nearly, not quite mathematically, but emotionally, definitely.
Okay, not a must-win. The fact that they've still got one, not tomorrow, they have a rest day the day after. But that's 2 L's to the head.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that can be very difficult to bounce back from. And so, yes, you're right. It's not a must-win because there's a 3-game in the group stage, but maybe a must-win mentally.
Yeah, mentally this is big for them. This is now a 6-game losing streak for the Greek team in EuroBasket Women's. They need to snap that. As for Latvia, we have only 2 players scoring 3-pointers in that game against Spain. Pretty clear where they wanted to take the ball in that game. They wanted to go to the basket.
Yeah.
How do you see the game playing out? What kind of game are we expecting here today?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they scout, right? Greece start the game looking down low into Fasulas and Spanu. They run their offense through their post players, where also Steinberger is a 4-man and obviously can handle the ball, plays a 4-5, so you've got to stop her. But then Alexa Gorma, oh my gosh, she was young, wild and free, and she is coming up. And she had 14 points, 7 rebounds yesterday. She was a big post presence down low, demanded the ball. So this could be a battle of the bigs.
Yeah, it feels like 2 teams that are evenly matched with regards to the style of basketball they're going to play, and it may just come down to which team executes that style of basketball best across the full 40 minutes, because we've seen it, teams putting in big quarters, big 5-10 minute spells, but we've seen one team put in 80 minutes of clinical basketball, that's Belgium,
yeah.
and they've just looked phenomenal. Okay, moments away from tip-off here. 3rd game of the day here in game day 2 in Tel Aviv, Israel. What a city, providing wonderful host to this group. And we're underway. A huge group game in the 2023 Women's EuroBasket between Greece and Latvia. First shot goes up, no good. Lopalu. Now into the hands of Spano, the emotional leader for Greece. Down low to Fazula, and she gets the roll early on.
lovely soft touch, and I told you that's a good start for Fasulas. Greece basketball is all around their post players.
Comes up to Steinberger. Steinberger draws the foul and one. That is a big way to start the game for Steinberger.
Well, we just spoke about it at the top of the broadcast. We're talking about Steinberger, superstar, and then also the post play for Sulas down low. But that is a tough foul for Spanu to pick up early. She's got to be careful now she doesn't pick up that second.
Steinberger completes the three-point play. As predicted by you, Azania, we're looking at the bigs straight away, focal points of the offense. Spanu now in the low post, looking at battle away to the basket against Steinberger. Reaches around, but the defense is good by Steinberger. With the pass back to Gulba. Steinberger open in the corner. Look to pull at that three a little low.
She's wide open in that corner.
Down into Fazula again. Oh, and she draws him, and the travelling violation is called. Got herself really low down in the paint, and that will be a worry for Latvia, because usually for Fazula that's an automatic. Patience here from Latvia. Vilka just gets the first step, draws the foul. Stella Lampro just caught out there, slow to react.
Lovely left drive from Kate. Really good job from her, putting her head down. Vilka makes the first.
Yeah, first is good to go. Back at the line for the second, and you feel, because this game is so evenly balanced, that trips to the free throw line could be very important. The second is good.
Really nice Latvian fans have travelled. For sure, there's a good pack of them.
For you as a player, when you're on a foreign tournament, how important is it to have that pocket of fans behind you?
So important. And they've got a drum too, so they're probably times 20, make it 50.
Fazula down low again. No joy on the roll this time. Latvian interior defense holding tight. Uses the screen. Pass is a little loose though. Shot clock running down. Off target with the left hand. Absolute Hail Mary of a pass. Not on target for Spanu though. Steinberger looking to go against Spanu. That's the battle we've all been waiting to see. She comes up short this time.
Teams not out of sync, but just kind of, there's a lid on the rim.
Now once again, Greece go to Fazula. She can't quite get the roll. The move is good, the finish not quite there. Laxa, lovely screen action down low to try and fill space for Gulba. Oh, and she draws the foul. Another and one play, this time Fazula whistled for the foul.
And Alexas Gulba, 23 years old, played her season at Salamanca, and she was one of my rookies, one of my babies, we called them, when I was at Riga TTT, and she's just developed her game more and more. Real strong possession right there, and earns herself an and one.
Find me a great Latvian player that hasn't worked their way through that Riga structure. 5-point lead still for Latvia. Slow going offensively for Greece in the opening 3.5 minutes. Spanu now drives strong to the basket, tries to create that space and does. Spanu taking the leadership role on.
Really nice finish on Spanu. Her patience is so key. Let the defender fly by and then finish at the rim.
Long three ball is too heavy. Back of the iron spits that one away. Lulu now trying to find a seam to the basket. Every single road is closed off though. Spanu way downtown, a little flat on the trajectory. Laxa pulls up for the long two, and string music for Laxa.
We didn't speak about Laxa. She had 17 points yesterday in that big win versus Spain. She was crucial for the team.
One of the more experienced players in that Latvian roster. Zula again she doesn't get the roll. Venting her frustrations at the officials a little there.
No, I don't think so. I think she created the contact. They're not going to call that.
She's more frustrated. In fact, she's not quite getting the roll right now. Steinberger calling for the screen. She wants that space. She'll put the three up, and slightly awkward looking shot. Certainly not a traditional form from Steinberger.
Yeah, I just think she can get a better look than that. Obviously, you can always get that three-point shot. I think she's better slashing and dashing into the key and into the rim, but either way.
You see the first change for Latvia as Golba goes to the bench, and into the first action is Jorjan. 35-year-old will bring physicality to this game for Latvia. She certainly did in yesterday's game.
Yeah, she had 4 points, but she had 9 big rebounds, which were key.
Good handle. Shot not quite there though, but Pavlopoulos trying really hard to create some space for her offense. Laxa for three, under a lot of pressure. That's a good chase out. Steinberger now going back against Spanu. Goes to the left hand, little heavy. Great defense by Spanu though, giving her no space to work in. Spanu trying to return the favour, goes the other way. It's off, I think, the hands of Jorjan, so it will remain Greek ball.
Yeah, Jorjan have good hands and a good switch between Steinberger and herself.
Another change for Latvia as we see Strautman come into the game. Greece are going to make their change as well, as we see Stamati enter the action for the first time. And to the bench goes Stamalampro. Brings a little bit more size to the Greek roster now. Spanu trying to go to work against Steinberger. Doesn't get the roll again, and at the moment the Greek offense is a little bit stagnant. Jakobsen. Jorjan jumping up and down, trying to get possession, but it's stolen away by Greece. And they're out in transition.
Yeah, good defense there by Greece. They need to punish Latvia.
Stanaki gets the score.
Well-needed bucket.
Absolutely. Latvia's lead trimmed down to just 3. Strautman. Jorjan nails the big shot for 3. This is what Latvia bring.
Really nice pick and pop. And 1 from 3 so far. 17% last night, so they're not a great three-point shooting team.
Inside for Zula. Gets it to go this time.
She really needed that just to see the ball go through the net.
Steinberger just goes straight to the basket. Top of the leg of Steinberger though. Good defense by Greece. Slightly recovery defense, but they get the possession.
Steinberger will go to the bench. And Carleen Pilaboza will come in.
Spanu now looking for options. Hands it to Stamati. Nice change of direction, but the door is very swiftly shut on her, and that starts the fast break. Stroutman, though, will bring it out and slow it down. Oh, and an easy score off the glass. Doesn't get much easier than that for Hillebert. Inside to Fazula. She's probably a little too low, though. What's she going to do? Oh, she finds her way through. Mariella Fazula having to work really hard for everything she's getting in the low post.
Yeah, and they're squeezing her. Look, wait, this is the nice drive, wide open. Left-hand layup, that's how you do it. And down the other end, a good post up by Fasulas, demanding the ball down low and doing a strong. Didn't manage to finish in the double, but has earned her way to the line.
Fazula gets the first to go. Comes from very strong basketball stock. Father, an absolute legend. Panos played at the Trailblazers in the NBA, and Fazula is certainly living up to the family name. Putting in some big performances and getting a lot of credit in EuroLeague Women this season.
Yeah, definitely.
Diana for three. Not this time. You could see as soon as she released it, she realized it was off target. Stamati to Spanu. Spanu's got the space to get to the basket. A big and one play.
And look at this drive. Takes it on strong, takes the bump, and the finish. Well done, Spanu.
Spanu really is one of those emotional leaders. You know, I know how much you appreciate what she does off the court as well with the team. How important is it to have those kind of players that try to bring everyone together and form that unit?
Yeah, we spoke about it actually. I know her pretty well, and you know, even in the beginning of the warm-up, she high-fives everyone, she runs around, she gets the energy up, and it's so important, especially as this tournament starts to get going, and you need that kind of good, uplifting vibes.
Into the game, little lofted pass is no good though. That was a tough one to catch, and Greece are going to look to make them pay if they can. Kristinaki. Fazula again, everything going down low into her hands right now. She's just not quite getting the roll as the double and triple team drops on her. Good.
Yeah, just out of a little bit of sync at Latvia in offense. Kristinaki misses that.
Scrappy phase of the game at the moment, relatively low scoring. This one with Latvia leading 14-13 with a minute left in the first quarter. And that's a big score from Stroutman coming in off the bench to now the three.
Really big hit, nice drive. And kick out, and a timeout is called. Like you said, quite scrappy. A fair few baskets missed around the rim, you know what I mean? Maybe a little fatigue, you know, they did play yesterday, and then they've got to come back and play today. It's a tough ask, but let's listen in to the timeout.
Αφού κάνουμε αλλαγή, γιατί είσαι μέσα. Αφού παίζουμε κόκκινο, γιατί είσαι μέσα βοήθεια. Κάνουμε τώρα τι επίθεση κάνουμε. Οι Άρτεμις, καταρχήν είμαστε διάσπαση πρες, αν παίξουνε πρες. Είναι η Άρτεμις, η Εβίνα, η Μαριέλα και η Ελεάνα. Κάνουμε ghost screen εδώ, ghost screen, down screen στην Εβίνα και παίζουμε high low. Εντάξει, αν δεν έχουμε, κάνε... Ναι. Εντάξει, ωραία. Πάμε.
How's your Greek? You know any? No.
Not very much, but yeah,
Indaxi is okay, and is no.
Bar an order at the bar or yeah, on the menu I'm okay. But
And my Latvian's not bad either.
Well, you have experience in Latvia, right?
Yeah. A couple words. Let me see. My favorite one is Kusanam Sepa. It means thank you very much.
Wow.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. How did you find Latvia as a basketball country? What was your
Fantastic.
feeling from it?
Yeah, one of my favorite places to play. And my favorite Latvian word, bomba. Basketball. It's just a ball.
That's what we should change the name of the sport to. It's done in my mind.
Bomba.
Yep. I'm a bomba commentator.
Yep.
I'm there. Back to the action. 4-point lead for Latvia. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Interesting time for that Greek timeout. Shot goes up. Off right. That will be Latvian ball as it's off the hands of Spanu. She's in the ear of Steinberger, who smiles. I have a feeling that may have come off the fingertips of Steinberger. Some go your way, some don't.
You're right. Exactly what I was going to say.
Take the luck when it comes your way, because it's not always there. Pulveray now to Steinberg. A little elbow jumper. The difficulty at scoring continues. Oh, lovely crossover, but the finish isn't there. $1 million move, 10-cent finish. It's on the floor.
Body's flying, yeah.
Wonderful handle by Pulveray, but she may have surprised herself a little.
Yeah, look at this battle of the boards.
No real surprise, the two players throwing themselves to the floor, right?
Show it by example. Steinberger and Spanu.
Look at Spanu's face there. There is no way she was letting go of that ball.
Well, there's a little bit of perspiration, a little bit of hard work on the floor, so we're just wiping that up. And we'll be ready to play.
Barter there, deep in thought. Mastermind behind the big win yesterday against Spain, that 4-point win. He'll now have in his mind, if they can pick up a win today, there's no reason they couldn't go out of the group unbeaten with a win against Montenegro on Sunday. But Greece have stolen the ball away. There's the prayer. It's going to come up short, and that will be the end of the action here in the first quarter. A chess-like first quarter as both these teams try to work out a way through. 10 minutes in the books. It's Greece 13, Latvia 17.
Well, here are the stats. Greece 0 from 3 is struggling. They're not really a three-point shooting team, and then also 2 from 8. And free throws look pretty good across the board, but really I think it's been a Latvian game as we get to see the first quarter best plays. Fasulas a bit struggling around the rim mark, you know, but she is being tough. She is going for her shots, as we saw Steinberger right out of the gates getting her shot and the and one.
And there's Gulbe with a strong move, and looking at the scoreline right now, we're on track for around about a 60-point game, which is a little bit of a lower scoring game. Which of these teams does that suit? If we are in a lower scoring game,
it benefits Greece.
It really moves towards Greece in your mind?
Yeah, in my opinion. They like it slow, they like it under, what did they have, about 60, 70 points?
They had 69 points.
Yeah. So that works great for them. Also, they don't really go too deep in their bench, maybe 7. Yeah, maybe 7 or 8, not even. I think they go 2 subs and that's it. So their bench isn't as deep as Latvia's, which obviously then benefits speeding up the game for Latvia.
Okay, so it'll be interesting to see now if Latvia and coach Barta takes that on board. If you have your phones handy, get them out now. Scan the QR code on the screen, download Courtside 1891, stream schedules and scores. If you like international basketball in all its forms, that is the app for you. Moments away from the start of the second quarter. Stanaki inbounds it and gets our second quarter underway, and almost stolen away instantly. It is stolen away by Latvia. Sideline possession.
Well, they've come out same tenacity as they always do. They get the steal. Good start, I guess, for your second quarter.
ball movement here by Latvia. Held up a little low by Pulvera. Open for three. Offensive foul's going to be called. I think it's a moving screen on Pilavert. She doesn't look sure. The officials certainly did.
Let me have a look at this. I don't know about that much. She's in her rolling position.
Says Azania, the big that set. How many of those screens in your career?
None of them. All mine were perfectly fine.
Spano down low. Nice piece of footwork. She doesn't get the reward, and that's been the tale of Greeks so far in this game. Her speed to get through, won't get the score. She will head to the free throw line for 2 shots though.
Katvilka, really lovely movement. That's kind of her style. She can't shoot the 3, but she can drive right off that 3-point shot.
When you look at this Latvian team,
yeah,
so many players come from a similar mold. There's a kind of Latvian way of playing basketball you feel as you look at them, and it helps because they're quite interchangeable at times.
Yeah, they're really tough. They're gritty, but you are right, she misses both. But we spoke about who hasn't come up. They have a really good grassroots foundation coming through, TTT Riga, some really young players, and a really good job. And I think this team is somebody, they were great back in the day, Latvia, with a great that is leaving my mind, it's Gunter Basko, yes. They were really fantastic then, and now they're having another stride forward.
You certainly feel like, looking at the ages and the development of some of these players, they're making the moves at the right time, and they're getting close to the point where they're going to be at their pinnacle as a roster. Fazula now kicks it out. That will remain Greek basketball. Coach Prekas not happy, I think, with the officials. And his team in equal measure by the looks of it, but Mariela Fazula is getting in all the right places, just not getting the finishes right now.
Yeah, she's working hard. She is 2 from 6.
And as a player, do you want your team to keep coming to you,
or
is there a point where you go, do you know what, it's not my day, let's move away from me?
No, you still have to catch the ball because you draw so much to the defense.
Spano can't get the score to go, and Greece's offensive woes continue here in the second quarter. Almost stolen away. Zneki brings a different look to this Greek defense. Real on-ball pressure. Steinberger again unorthodox, but she gets the 3 to drop.
That's more like it. I don't mind her shooting those 3s when they've gone through their offense and she's in rhythm.
It's not the first option for Steinberger, but it's certainly part of the arsenal that she has. Strong drive to the basket, the defense collapses. Foul will be called. Coach Prakas again in conversation with the officials. Foul called on Steinberger.
And there's a 3-point shot that we spoke about, and her bench and her team will love it.
We've seen it throughout this tournament, plenty of active benches, and contributes to your performance on the floor.
Well, you kind of have to, right? This is a long tournament. You need bodies to be able to play, and good little tip out. And it's important, you know, that you use your bench because you're going to need them later on. You need them to build confidence throughout the tournament.
Throwing Browns to Snacki. She drives straight to the basket. Love the confidence, love the move from Snacki. 23-year-old getting points on the board. Over at the top. Steinberger, the focal point of all of Latvia's work at the moment. Plenty of pivoting. But just great defense from Spanu to close off those options. For Zula now. Spanu, lovely quick footwork. Oh, doesn't get the score again though. Both Spanu and Fazula put on some great moves, but the finishing just isn't quite to the same level.
Beautiful move, just got to get those in. I mean, it's easier said than done.
Steinberger for three. Nails another three! And Steinberger's picked up where she left off from yesterday's game, really leading this Latvian team.
And like I said, when there's offense, there's a drive and a kick out, and she shoots it. Much better looking for Steinberger. Fantastic look, and it forces Greece to call a timeout. They need to stop the bleeding. We'll listen in to the timeout.
Άμυνα. Δεν κάνουμε λάθος άμυνα. Πάμε στην επίδεση, παίζουμε flash και να κάνουμε δύο pick and roll. Να κάνουμε δύο πυλό και να κάνει dive μέσα, παίζουν over και flat. Κάνουν over και παίζουν over και flat.
Here are some of the highlights, and many of them coming from the hands of Steinberger. There's the three. Drive to the basket, the kick out wide open. Poor perimeter defense really from Greece on that one. Assignment lost, much to the joy of coach Varta. Steinberger already up to 9 points, 8 rebounds. Let's stick the double-double in the book already.
Pretty much.
What's your thoughts? Greece now burnt both of their timeouts for this half. Still over 7 minutes to play. Is that a bold move by Coach Pekas? If things start going really wrong on the floor, very little he can do to change it up unless Latvia call a timeout.
Yeah, you're so right, and that's he wanted to stop the bleeding pretty much. Sometimes it just be like that. You just got to call the timeout and get it together. And now Greece need to focus and really just finish around the rim.
Azula going to drag that pivot foot and travel. She's frustrated, but for me that's just good defense. Bulba staying in front of her. Official showing her why the travel was called.
Yeah, I think Alexa Gumba matches Fasula's physicality and strength.
And also her athleticism. She's able to move with it laterally. Oh, that's a big shot from the corner, and Latvia continue to punish Greece right now here in Tel Aviv.
Access with the three-point shot.
First double-digit lead of the game. Spills it out of bounds. It will remain Greek ball on the baseline. Just 4.2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's that corner triple.
Yeah, that's somebody you don't want to leave open. She's definitely the top of the scale as a three-point shooter.
He looks to go baseline. That will be the end of the shot clock. And at the moment, Greece is struggling almost on the mental side of the game more than the actual physicality in playing it.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you. How can you not know? Maybe that's just a little bit of a rookie mistake.
Troutman now, nice pass inside to Steinberger. Steinberger, running left-hander. I think she was surprised by how much space she had.
Sotoriou in the game also. She's declared it's her last EuroBasket, 39 years old.
I think that's a fair age to declare your international retirement and claim your summers back.
Yeah, fine wine. She's played for this team a very long time.
Stamalampro goes to the basket, but again, Greece are unsuccessful. All that. Long two. No good. And Latvia continue to battle for the rebound, but Kristinaki picks it up. Fazula spins to the basket. She'll draw the foul this time. Steinberger looks to have picked up a knock, holding her left foot. Latvian fans will be holding their breath. Thankfully for them and for her, she's back on her feet. noticed yesterday that Steinberger was actually wearing her shorts backwards, and I did wonder if it was a superstitious situation, but today they're on the right way. So
an accident.
Yeah, I was wondering maybe she was superstitious, but no, she just was too keen to get on the floor and got her shorts on backwards. Latvia do call a timeout and maybe give Greece a little bit of time to reconsider.
Pastamies, klausamies visi. Okay? Kurā pusē būs tā 50, tu nāc no sākuma šādi. Okay? Kurā pusē tu ieraudzīsi to 55 to blondo aizsardzībā. Tu ej uzreiz uz otru pusi. Okay? Ok, tad vienalga, tu var sākt jebkurā pusē. Okay? Sāc te, kur tev labāk ir ar labo roku, kur spēlēt. Ja? Uz pasu.
FIBA Women's EuroBasket mascot.
Pirmo bloku Anet liek. Pirmo bloku Anet. Aleks, tu uz pasu atraujies. Jau, labs bloks. Okay, labs bloks, bet uzmanīgi, lai nav sots uzbrukumā. Kič atraujas katru postu. Okay? Jau, ja nav šeit, ja nav metiens, ja nav posts, tu ej projām. Un Aleks, pēc tam
There's Izza, the mascot.
Getting into plenty of trouble so far here in Tel Aviv, the way a mascot should.
Do you want me to tell you a secret?
Oh, it's not going to be much of a secret now then.
Izza is a girl mascot, right?
Love it.
But the person playing it is a man. I saw him at lunch, don't tell anyone.
You saw him without his head. You saw Izza without his head. Oh dear. The secret is out. Peek behind the curtain. Fazula hits the free throw. Sometimes, as a player, when you're struggling to get points in open play, free throws can kickstart you somewhat. I'm sure Greek fans and Mariela Fazula will be hoping exactly that. That said, she'll head to the bench and Spanu will come in her place. Brings it up over the half. A real safe pair of hands for Latvia. Laxa running right-hander, no good. And that's better defense from Greece. Strong move inside Kristanaki. Oh, that is a tough shot, but gets it to go.
Beautiful shot by Kristanaki. Puts the ball on the floor, gets into a rhythm, hits the two-pointer.
Steinberger now. Hand it off. Has some space, but won't take the shot. Shot clock down to 5, inside to Steinberger, and she is mauled as she receives the ball down in the low post.
Lovely entry pass, post-to-post play.
Shows you the confidence that Latvia have as well. They had that open shot, they turned it down, they kept the ball moving because, you know, they believe in themselves that they're going to get a better shot, and often it's in the hands of Steinberger, now at the line. Is there a big difference for Latvia when Steinberger's not on the floor? She's played over 13 minutes in today's game, so she's only been out of the game for a couple of minutes. Are they over-relying on her? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, she's a big focus point, right? So when she is in the game, the defense is stuck into her, and they really have to concentrate. But then when she's out the game, you kind of got to worry about everyone on the floor in Latvia. Everyone's able to score.
Spanu now. Lovely footwork. Oh, my goodness me. Put that one on a postcard. That is stunning.
Beautiful footwork. Elite, actually.
That is just hours in the gym. Steinberger goes for the reverse layup. The defense from Spanu is enough to put her off. Lampard gets a shot away. Spanu bats it back, and they're the kind of things that the box score doesn't pick up.
No. I wish that was, you know, her rebound.
That's the foul. It's going to be on Pulvera.
Yeah, but
trying to get away round the screen, but illegally so. in the penalty, so that will send Stamalampro to the line for shots. 37 minutes yesterday. And tournaments put some serious minutes on your body.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about how deep Greece bench goes, that she has to play that many minutes. You know, they are missing Nikolopoulou is their old point guard. She's not here, I'm not sure what she's doing anymore, but that was a great sub between them two.
Launches the three, high arcing, came down with a little bit of snow, but unfortunately not with any points. Kristinaki scoops up the loose ball. That is a long three. Oh, and she drains it. That is from way downtown for Eliana Kristinaki.
Kristinaki brings Greece back within two. Fantastic shot. She's gone back-to-back 5 points. Greece is not going away. Latvia pulled this game apart, and Greece said, oh, no, no, we're coming back. And we'll listen in to the Latvian timeout.
Otrādi uztaisam. Taisam tāpat 3, okay? Bet tu nāksi atpakaļ uz šejienu, okay? Un labs bloks kičai uz stūri. Piespēl tur. Nav mētiens, sāni bloks uzreiz, okay? Davai. Labāks meties mēs varam dabūt. Okay? Mēs ir?
Here's some of the moves that have got Greece back into this game, trailing by double digits. They're now within 2, and it's been a plethora of players contributing. Let me put this one to you, and it's not meant in a negative way. Has this resurgence coincided with Fazula taking a seat on the bench, or is that pure coincidence?
No, I mean, that might be coincidence, but her moves have been great. It's not like she's not finishing around the rim, but they've all been great shots in their offense. So just unfortunate. What it has been is that Latvia haven't run their offense, and they're just, you know, finding somebody to shoot the shot. We've seen it in Steinberger, we've seen it in Alexia Gumba. When they just shoot a quick out of their offense shot, here comes Greece, quick. And look at them here, Latvia in their offense. Look, running screens, moving the ball well.
Maxa now hands it off to Gulba. A treble team collapses on her, a double team onto Steinberger. Foul is called, but that was an impressive defensive phase from Greece.
Impressive defensive, but like I said, look how long, look how much movement they have. It's hard to defend for all 24 seconds and multiple moves and movements in an offense.
Yeah, exhausting if you have to play 40 minutes, especially as you say, if Greece are having to run a narrower, shorter rotation. That will pay its toll in the 4th quarter, but as it stands, Steinberger at the line.
Puts her on 12 points, yeah.
3-point lead now for Latvia. Make that 4. Still a relatively low-scoring game. Vilka throws herself to the floor, trying to gain a possession from the hardwood. You can only knock it out of bounds.
4.9 seconds.
Just waiting to see if Stamati is coming into the game. She's not at the subs bench just yet, so she's been told by the official she'll have to sit down. I think Coach Prekas wants her to come back in for a defensive phase, not the offensive phase. Long pass. Now out to Kristinaki. Wonderful fake. The 3 goes up. It's off left, though.
Good look. Considering they had about 4 seconds to shoot the ball. Why not Kristinaki? She's been the hot hand.
Vilka. Oh, lovely spin move, high off the glass, very composed.
she's great. Get the ball on the floor into her sweet spot. Uses the glass then.
90 seconds of this first half. Snecki crossover, gets the roll. It's all off the quick handle.
Chinecki's going to be a rising star, Mark. 23 years old and fearless.
Yeah, you love the way she plays the game. In foul called on Greece. Snecki provides a very different look for Greece. She's not a clear, similar style.
Yep, not afraid, rises up over the defense, finishes at the rim. She gets some really lovely minutes for Greece off the bench.
Right now, all inside, Gulba will get it to go. Latvia continue to plug away. Oh, composure of the finest order from Pavlolopu.
Really nice finish by her, tough with the defender under her.
Almost stolen away, Gulba now gets it back. Over corner three, flips over the line though. Gulba again. Yeah, offensive foul as Gulba swings that big right elbow. I can feel that my co-commentator has some thoughts.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's offensive. Yeah, it's too drastic, and also it's to the head above the neck. It's unfair that she's short. It's not her fault. You know what I mean? It's not.
How many times does that happen to you, Azalea?
It's so annoying, but they'll always protect, one, the smaller player, sadly, but also, jokes aside, it's the hit to the head is a dangerous move. So it's the right call.
Can purely envisage you looking at another player saying it's not your fault, you're too small. I can hear it now. I can see it. Fazula back into the action. Back to Spanu. Greece working hard to get Fazula up and running. Kristinaki. Oh, gets the roll.
Feeling it, isn't she? Kristinaki, I love it. Gets into that rhythm.
Defense once again by Spanu, and it's thrown to Coach Lata. And that will be the end of the first half of action. An intriguing and enthralling first 20 minutes of basketball here, as these two teams evenly matched. First half in the books. Greece 32, Latvia 34.
Well, it was all about Latvia in the first quarter, and in the second quarter, Greece came back almighty and made a storm and managed to pull it within 2 to go into halftime. A tremendous job by them to pull it in. Here's the stats. Shooting 42%, Greece 11 from 26, and only 1 from 6 from the three-point line. 5 for 12. For Latvia. The rebounding game, even Stevens across the board, assists 10 for Latvia, and pretty low turnover game, 3 each. And then Kristinaki, oh, she's been in her bag. She looks beautiful in that jump shot with 9 points. And then Steinberger leading all scorers for Latvia with 13. Here are the second quarter best plays, Mark.
Yeah, and there's plenty for us to look through. A really intriguing game, not necessarily high scoring or free-flowing, but for the basketball purists, so much to get your teeth into as two evenly matched teams go toe-to-toe in a huge game here on game day 2 of the group stage of EuroBasket Women's. You talked about the turnover situation. This is something I wanted to talk to you. We didn't get time in the pre-game. Yesterday, Greece had 1 steal. They were the worst team with regards to that across the entire EuroBasket competition. How important is it that Greece look at that on-ball pressure? Is it something they need to address, or is it just kind of their style of defense that they don't necessarily look to steal the ball?
No, I think you're right about that. Maybe they could a little bit more risky, but they're just a solid team. And I said a slower game works for Greece. That's the style that they like. They like to kind of slow you down. You're not really going to get many breakaway layups. and that's into their advantage, where for Latvia, they do. They're running through passing lanes, they're trying to get fast break layups and easy layups. But for me, this lady here, Kristanaki, getting into her footwork and really feeling it.
Yeah, Kristanaki, not someone that was necessarily on our kind of pre-game radar or pre-tournament radar, but she stepped in to fill that void offensively, where Greece have somewhat struggled to get the game going.
And I bet you Greece are pretty happy to go into this timeout, halftime, as they had no timeouts.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
you win for all.
Of the orchestra.
Wow.
Here in the fourth quarter, how about that? Picks the pocket is Vukoslevjevic, and she goes all the way. And it's going to be an and one.
Messerman, huge amount of advantage against Barron. Belgium with an 8-point lead and really dominating the game right now.
Now another steal. This one from Zandelicini, the Italian defense coming to the floor. Oh, behind the back pass. Vila to Zandelicini. One of the plays of the game. They want to get it all for you, Are you kidding me? Not be denied, driving to the basket, and now has an and one, an exceptional finish. Would be from Italy. Missing that layup. Here's Spriatico. Snell on the three.
And when Italy are playing at pace, they look so much better. They look so much more confident when they try and slow the game down and get in the half court.
Great defensive effort. President just got over the top. Anderson in transition, it's a real threat. Puts up the floater for two, took all the contact and still got it to drop. He's got to put it up. And off the glass, they count the three. And at the end of the first quarter, on the back of the last second shot,
That's a beautiful handle. Stops on a dime, puts the ankle breaker onto Spanarova and finishes it. Sims looks to go down the baseline again. Goes the long way. That's great hands. Quick hands by Manunga. Out in transition behind the back by Van Loo. Rezemon can do everything here in Tel Aviv.
Replay, because this was razzle dazzle here. Look, fakes, goes behind the back.
Welcome back to Tel Aviv. We are at the halfway stage of an intriguing game between Greece and Latvia. And at the midpoint. It's Latvia with a 2-point lead, and much of that has to go down to another impressive performance from Annette Steinberger. She steps up when her team need her. She's played all but 3 minutes of this first half, but she's come away with 13 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist to her name, and she's been doing it all over the floor.
Yeah, sensational. We talked about her as the player to watch, and she's definitely stepped up to the plate. And I find when she's in movement, when she gets into her rhythm, she's much better. Here, she's got the three-point shot wide open. And when she plays well, Latvia plays well. So they're definitely going to need her again in the second half, as she's put up 13 points, and she's going to go for her double-double. Top scorer for Greece, Kristen Aki. Getting into her shot there. Look, 9 points. She's 3 of 4, shooting 75% from the 2-pointers and 1 from 4. But really got them back into this game, in my opinion. Those 9 points came really at a crucial moment, and really back-to-back buckets to bring them within 2 coming into this third quarter.
Yeah, and it's not just the points. She has 7 defensive rebounds at the half, as well as 2 steals. So she really is contributing pretty much in every way she can to keep Greece in this game. But you're right, it was interesting with Kristen Aki, because it wasn't like the offense had been run to provide her with something. She just created something when she knew her team needed her.
Yeah, she just stepped up and hit the shots here. Look, gets into this nice jump shot, and it's so beautiful. Comes off the hand, nice release. And definitely she's going to be on the scout now, because she's hit 9 points. And Latvia will talk about her at halftime to say, hey, we need to pull her up and maybe slow her down a bit. And Fasulas has had some nice rest. She didn't finish that second quarter, so she can come out and be fresh in this third. She has 8 points. She's 2 from 6, though, struggling around the rim. But what she has been doing is getting to the free throw line, 4 from 4, and making her way. Sometimes that's it. When it's a tough day at the office, you just got to keep going strong and force the referees to call a foul for you.
Yeah, and for Fazula, you have to say that clearly she was the primary focus of the scouting report for Latvia, because everyone claps on her. As soon as she's got the ball in any form of threatening position, the Latvian defense has collapsed on her and not made it easy for her. She's making the right moves, just the finish hasn't been there for her today. But this is a big game for both of these teams. Just a quick reminder, Latvia enter the game after a huge win last night. Last game of the day yesterday, they came away with a 67-63 win against Spain. As for Greece, well, they weren't so lucky on game day 1. They walked away with a 5-point loss against Montenegro. So maybe the pressure a little bit more on Greece to come away with something today than Latvia.
Yeah, I definitely think I called it a crucial game, but it's not crucial because they do have one more game in 2 days, but it's crucial mentally, especially when you work so hard to try and get that win, and it's a blow. So for me, I just think if they can really scrap and fight this one out. Every time I've played Greece as a national team, they always stick around. You can make a little run, but that's not enough to put them away. They'll always fight till the very end. They play 40 minutes of hard basketball, and they'll come back, and we saw it in game 1 against Montenegro that they nearly came back in the game. Every time I think I've played Greece, it's always been a 1 to 5, maybe 7 margin.
Yeah, it's an interesting kind of way that the Greek basketball plays out. Looking at Latvia, how surprised were you with that win over Spain? I know in the pre-game we were saying, you know, you're very keen for us to get over this kind of Spanish mindset that we have, that they're this powerhouse, and accept that they're in a transitional period now, moving maybe to a different looking roster than has had all the success. Were you surprised then that Latvia were able to win that game, or did you think it was a lot closer?
No, I knew. I think I said on the broadcast, I said Spain better be careful, because Latvia are well coached, they're well trained, and also they're tough. They're not scared of any task, and I don't think they were scared of Spain at all. Where for many years everyone kind of like feared the Spanish, but not anymore. Latvia are here to prove a point, and also they want to get to the next round too, right? And potentially could, if they get this win today, who knows, could be top of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And you start then looking forward, and don't then start putting money against teams like Latvia getting through to the latter stages.
No.
Having dreams of, well, if we can get to a semi-final, we're in one-and-done territory.
Right.
Two
Anything
games where
can
we
happen.
play to our potential.
Yeah.
We have one of the biggest upsets probably in the tournament's history. And we were talking about this in the previous game, myself and Jeff, and because it's such a balanced EuroBasket this season, there are some real chances for huge upsets here.
Big time upsets, and it started yesterday with Latvia getting the Spanish one. If you like it or not, or however you want to talk about Spain, Latvia is ranked 25th, and Spain are 4th, you know, and the top of the ranked power ranking. They're number 1 in this tournament. So for Latvia to get that and that confidence, but still they've got to play every day. They can't think about yesterday. Okay, great. Who cares about yesterday? Today is today. And that Italian guy with that ice cream looks very happy. Look at that.
He does. I don't blame him though. It's the right weather for the ice cream, for sure. He's getting himself ready. He's carb loading before the start of the second half. That's the key, right?
We didn't get one of those.
Spirit, He'll be having words. Let's jump into this Latvian huddle, hear what Coach Vārta has to say.
Nāk piespēle. Handoffs, Anet bloks, Kitī plaši, pēc tam lejā Kača rāviens. Skatāmies posts pirmo. Un pēc tam Anet apakaļ, uzreiz Kitī uz mētienu. Ja nav bloks uz šo pusi spēlējam, Anet raujās, vispārēji iet pakaļ bumbai.
Άμα παίξουνε, αν παίξουνε άντερ, κάνε 2 τρίπλες, κάτι χτύπατε ριμπίκ μέσα πιο χαμηλά και κάνε dive και κάνε lift και spacing. Εντάξει.
Well, you know I'm fluent in Latvian, and the only thing I know is spēle means play. So whatever he's drawing, he's saying
go out and play.
Go out. More like keep the movement and play in that play. I know that sounds so silly, but he's probably drawing something and saying, then see what happens in this motion. But yeah, I told you I'm fluent in Latvian.
It's impressive, that's for sure.
Anyway.
I'm looking forward to the Israel games.
Yeah, go ahead and scan and download your app for the EuroBasket on your phone, Android and iPhone. Get up-to-date information. There's been some fantastic games. On the other group was Turkey versus Hungary. Wow, that went all the way down to the line, and Turkey got their first win by 1 point.
Yeah, plenty of highlight videos for you to get your teeth into on that app. We are now seconds away from the restart of the action here in Tel Aviv. Second half action underway. At the half, it's Latvia with the advantage. A slender one, though, as they lead this one 34-32 over Greece. Game day 2 here of the group phase of the 2023 Women's EuroBasket. Pass inside. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Snacky. Yeah, she just reaches in and tries to help across on Steinberger. Now at the top. Laxa for 3. Oh, that is a way to start the second half.
So smooth, look at her. Didn't even crack a smile. So serious, came off of that pick and roll, got right into her shot, and exactly what Latvia needed in their first possession.
Sneki uses the screen on the pick and roll for Zula now, going to the running right hand, and she gets off the mark early. That is a good sign for Greece.
Definitely a good sign. She struggled as Montenegro come into the gym. Watch this game.
Dilka for 3. Comes up short. Rebound Kristinaki, her 8th rebound of the game. Well on her way to a double-double. Kristinaki, that's double-digit points now. Personal tally at 11.
Well, Kristinaki is feeling oh so good as Fanu and her just have a nice moment, look at each other, say, you go ahead, girl.
Once again, inside to Steinberger. Going against Kristen Aki. She'll go for the running right hand. And that one's a little heavy.
Double down low on Smanu.
Kristen Aki for three. Off short though.
Little peek check for Kristen Aki. Looked, it was right on target, just a bit short.
That'll be a bit of a relief for the Latvian team and the fans that are in the stands, ringing the drum around the arena. Jakobsen off right. Another rebound for Kristen Aki. Rebound number 9, just one rebound short of that double-double. Spanu, lob pass inside to Fazula. She tries to catch it, which she does, and all credit to her for being able to even catch that pass. Foul's going to be called on Stamalampro.
Smart play by Stamalampro to stop the transition, but not so smart because that is her 3rd foul.
And no real foul trouble, just Stamalampro for Greece in foul trouble. And also Carleen Pelaver for Latvia, both those players on 3 fouls.
Yeah, but she has to go to the bench. They decide to put her on the bench just in case she picks up that 4th. They need her.
Jakobsen inside to Steinberg. She rips the pass down, but slightly off balance. Can't get the score. Comes up short, and there are no easy buckets in this game for either team. Golba. I think that's off Golba's leg, so it will be Greece ball, and the physicality is so impressive to watch from the side. You just love to see teams going so strong at each other. Here's the replay.
I think potentially could have been a foul as she went up the first across her arm, then the block. 2 blocks for Greece.
Lulu hands it off to Spanu. Kristen Aki, judge to have just thrown that out of bounds under a huge amount of pressure from Laksa. European fans have made themselves heard throughout both games for Latvia. And you can see it does help the players. Flashes to the basket. Treble team drops on her though, and that's going to be Greek basketball, and that is pretty much the definition of team defense.
Great team defense. The rotation as Alexa Gumba catches the ball, they rotate over and they cause the turnover. Fantastic. As we see, Kristen Aki has 11 points, 10 huge rebounds. A fantastic stat line for her, and we still got over 16 minutes left of play.
It really was a struggling opening game for Kristen Aki, but she has more than made up for it in her performance today. Fazula goes for the reverse layup, and Fazula looks a lot more locked in this second half.
Yeah, and what's so good about that reverse layup is you defend off the defender. You can't be blocked. The rim protects you.
Much needed lead for Greece, really, since the opening play of the game. Since they led 2-0 at the start of the game, they haven't been in front. Psychologically, as a player, does that help? Does it change anything, or
no, they have no idea.
Really? You don't feel that at all, that you've been struggling?
No, no, no. All you know is there's still a long time of the game.
Yeah.
But what you are happy is now that you're in the game, you've put the pressure back on Latvia, where before, obviously, they were down and they've just kind of scrapped back, and now you can get the momentum and just keep chipping away.
Spanu now hands it off. Lapulu to Fazula. Fazula loses her footing though. Smart to get it back. She'll put the long two up and gets it to go. This is a different Mariela Fazula in the second half.
Yep, this is exactly what she wanted. And we said that there's only so much times that she was getting good shots. She was just getting double teamed. And now she's feeling it.
In the corner, wide open, three ball, little flat, but a big rebound. None other than Yoyan. And it's interesting, I go back to the question I gave you about Mariela Fazula. When things aren't going your way, do you tell people to go somewhere else? You said, no, you keep going. And that's exactly why, I suppose, right? Because it will turn. You are a good player. You will find that way to get the ball to drop.
Listen, she's a fantastic player, and she's come on leaps and bounds. She averages a double-double in the qualifiers to get them into this. So you have to trust in the work and the process, and her team needs her.
He waits for the screen. Edge is hard. Foul is going to be called off the ball on Pulvera, as she is holding Spano, who was trying to get position down low.
And I always see it as two halves of basketball. Even if you play terrible in the first, you kind of just got to let it go and go, okay, new start, fresh. And
Is that the same the other way, though, as well? If you had a great first half, do you still feel like, uh-oh, second half might not be as good, or can you compartmentalize it?
I don't like to look at the scoreboard, how many I've got if I've played really well. I just come back out and think, okay, play hard again.
A peek into the mind of Azania.
Yeah.
Steinberger, foul's going to be called. That was on the floor, though. It's only Greece's third foul in the quarter, so it won't be a trip to the line. It'll be an out of bounds instead. Jakobsen. Patience here from Latvia again. Yoyan wide open for three. Oh, in and out with that one, and Snecki works well, boxes out hard. Fazula rolls to the basket, doesn't get the score, but will head to the free throw line. Just like that, Mariela Fazula, 14 points. Chance to extend that further and to increase Greece's lead.
She hits the first, and like we said, it was a slow first half for her, but now she's on 15 points and really feeling it. And with Alexa Gumba on the bench, who matches her strength, now she can really go at the other post player, Aya, and she's finding herself, you know, looking in a good position. She's got 16 points.
It's one of the reasons you love this game so much, that you can have a shocking quarter or a tough first half and then completely flip the switch in the second and come out with a big performance. Again, Fazula, look at her leading the charge now. Snecki gets to the basket but meets the red wall. Offensive foul is going to be called as Kristanaki ends up on the floor. Not sure who the foul was on. We'll wait for the officials to signal this one. It's going to be another one on Eva Pulvera. Yeah, just that left hand easing Kristanaki off the baseline.
Yeah, but Pulvera just pushed her off. But that's a tough play.
Third foul on her. Kristanaki doesn't take the three. Spanu will. Oh, and she nails it! And if you saw Kristanaki in the foreground, she knew it was going in as soon as Spanu released it.
And Greece is such a momentum type of team. They feel good. The momentum has swung to Greece and it's stayed with Greece. And it's time for Latvia to take a timeout as we get to see Spanu's shot hit nothing but net and a splash. And she shows her emotion. So important for Greece to try and get this win. We'll listen in to Latvia's timeout.
Okay. Skatāmies pēc tam pēc bloku liekam vidējiem. Jā, viņi tā kā 3-2 saka. Bloku liekam vidēji, manēt rullē. Šeit uz Gilmāni skatāmies skipus, vai iekšā, un pēc tam pret zonu garām gāju. Okay? Okay? Nākošreiz uztaisīsim treniņu. Davai, iziet. Davai, aizsam tikko. Kopā.
This game really has swung 180 as we look at a replay of really the tide changer in this second half, which has been Mariela Fazula. She really has come out and executed at the highest level. It also helps when you have a teammate like Spanu who can step in and pull big plays out of the bag like that. Shot goes up. Oh, and it's good. That is exactly the response that Coach Varta will have wanted out of that timeout.
Latvia looks so much better when they execute their plays, when they get movement and get shots wide open. They look fantastic.
Spanu, another three. Oh, Spanu is feeling it here in Tel Aviv.
Great answer back. Pulled it. Now 8-point lead. Really a swing of momentum, Mark.
Yeah, 10-point swing here in the third quarter. Pull her up, trying to weave her way inside. An offensive foul is going to be called on Uyan, and when you're a big, you don't need your guards to be necessarily that intricate.
No, and I think that was pretty difficult as it was a moving kind of movement. Let's have a look here. I don't like it, it's just a reverse screen.
It's just on that left arm.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just that left arm, but that puts Uyan, I think, onto 4 fouls and sends her to the bench almost straight away. Traveling violation called on Twistinaki. A little bit of loose play starting to creep into the game as we get to business end of proceedings.
Here's Spanu's back-to-back threes. Definitely feeling it. And now we have Steinberger and Alexa Guma in the game. A turnover from Latvia, just a little bit out of sync.
You're absolutely right, as we see some shots on the bench of Latvia. When Latvia are structured and run their offense, you're much more confident that it's going to end in a positive result than when they freefall.
Yeah.
Lulu now looking for an option. Inside to Spanu. Spanu goes strong and will get the roll.
Beautiful finish.
8 points in this quarter for Spanu.
Yeah, she's putting in a work shift right now, Spanu. She knows how important this win is.
And Snecki, quick hands, quick feet, and the easy 2 off the glass.
Greece really stepping up the heat in here. The Latvian fans are quiet.
Oh, wonderful little shoulder fake to create some space. Drive inside for Vilka. Fazula with the rebound. That's her 5th board of the game. Pulu out to Spanu for 3. Doesn't get the roll this time, though, and Steinberger and Fazula battle. It will remain Greek ball on the baseline.
What a heat check, Spanu. That would have been 3 for 3, and she knows it. But here, good ball movement and a lovely spin move from Spanu down low. Could have been an and 1, but her bench, love it.
And a joy on the bench. Seeing their emotional leader take them forward. Fazula now, spinning, creating. Foul called. This really is polar opposites of how the game was going in the first half for Fazula. She feels like she has a point to prove. Fazula back at the line for more free throws. 6 from 6 from the line for Mariela Fazula so far today. Can't ask much more than that. 14 points now, alongside 5 rebounds.
8 for 8. Lovely stat. Real stats.
I do like the stats. I do like when we see a bit of perfection from the free throw line as well. I'm a stickler.
And you spoke about that, didn't you? How important the free throw line was going to be.
Yeah, it's one of my bugbears. I think as a player, I know there's lots of variables, but it's the one thing you can actually practice time and time again. Gulba gets the roll and the score.
A lovely move, especially that she nearly turned over the ball and decided to take it herself. Strong move. The battle between her and Fasoulas has been really fun to watch as Spanu misses that 3.
Laxa, quick release. Oh, strong music for Laxa.
Wonderful shot from Laxa. Beautiful sniper shooter when her feet are set. Nothing but net for her. Here's the momentum swing that Latvia are looking for.
Snecki, little hesitation, finds the lane, high off the glass, but the iron knocks it away. Spanu goes again, bats it to Fazula. Fazula this time, she's off target. Gulba scoops it up, and Latvia will surely slow it down to try and take the final shot. It's going to be called. One's on Pavlopoulos. Sideline for Latvia. Greece now in the penalty. That's a smart foul. Latvia wanted the unsportsmanlike.
It's
which I can understand looking at that.
It's not a play to the ball. Yeah, has a good cry. It's just a regular foul.
5 left on the clock. There's the floater off the glass, whacked away because it is a charging foul.
No, she's counting the
Is
basket.
she?
Yeah.
She's letting it go. Okay. So from Latvia's perspective, not the worst case that could be.
She's saying the ball was released.
And then the charge.
Saying 2 points, then the charge.
That's a great call, because the speed of that play, to be able to judge when it's released and when the contact with the defender is, you know, fans and other people are quick to judge officials, but you have to give them credit when they make huge calls like that and they get it spot on in real time.
But then also, Latvia's over the limit, so then Greece come back down and shoot free throws. Here they are.
Yeah, that is a problem. 2.8 seconds though, so Latvia may get a possession back. I'm not sure the coach will burn a timeout to advance the ball though. These kind of games really do come down to those individual
And
possessions.
it's only the 3rd quarter. This feels like the 4th.
Spano hits the first, 2 at the line. It really has been the Spano and Fazula show here for Greece in the 3rd quarter. Fazula at 18, Spano at 15. It's a second to go as well. It's 4 seconds now for Latvia. Can they get anything to go? The prayer is up. It's way off target though, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. And what a quarter for Greece, outscoring Latvia 24-13 and taking control of this game. 3 in the book, and it's Greece 56, Latvia 47.
Well, this game is definitely swings and roundabouts because the momentum started with Latvia, then Greece, then Latvia, and Greece has just managed to hold on. Free throw game, 13 from 13 for Greece is big for them, and then the 2-point shot shooting 45% is a good percentage. And here are the 3rd quarter best plays, Mark.
Yeah.
And a bit of a mix of both, really.
Yeah, absolutely. But you have to say, without a shadow of a doubt, that was a different looking Greece that came out in that 3rd quarter than we've seen, not just in the first half, but in game day 1 as well.
Yeah, and I think what's important is Spanu and Fasoulas' strength and making sure that they come out and be real, what's the word I'm looking for, assertive. That's the word I'm looking for. When they are good, this team is good. And, you know, last night they still had pretty much double-doubles, but today they're really coming in focused and looking mean, really. They're pretty hard to defend. And they're up 56-47, exactly where they want to be going into the fourth. But it's going to be a tough fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's no way this is going to be an easy walk in the park for Greece to walk away with this, but you're absolutely right. When you see players like Fazula and Spanu play well, you almost feel the body language from Greece. The rest of the players just seem to be super confident in what they're doing as well. But as you say, still 10 minutes left on the game clock. Greece lead this one by 9. I have a feeling there's plenty more twists and turns before we get to the final buzzer.
Well, also, it's been great that Kristinaki has stepped up and she scored her 11 points to help the two post players out. So she's been sensational. And I just think they've had solid play from the others.
Fourth quarter underway. A nail-biter here in Tel Aviv as Greece lead Latvia by 9 with just 10 minutes left on the clock. Laksa back out. Golba. Oh, another three. Exactly how they started the third quarter. They start the fourth with a triple.
Yeah, and they Greece dropped so far back because they're not expecting Alexa Gumba to shoot the three, but she lets that one go and a big hit. The young rising star, I like her.
Spanu backs it out, gets a bit of a run-up, drives to the basket. That is another great play by Spanu. Laksa into the pick and roll. Meets the wall that is Spanu. Put the three up, no space at all. That's great defense by Greece. Little high with the pass to Fazula. It's those millimeters that make the difference between winning and losing at this level. Spanu finding a way through under a huge amount of pressure.
Yeah, good finish. Vilka now, she backs it out to take a run up. Changes her mind. 5 on the shot clock. Yeah. Kohler will put the three up. Oh, rattles home a three. And the veteran trying to lead the way to get Latvia back into this one. Wow, a big hit. Big, big hit.
Latvia shooting 40% from downtown. More than half their points coming from outside. Oh, but Fazula.
Big finish by Fazula. Running layup. Lovely finish at the rim. This is an incredible game. Going back and forth. She'll look for another three. She'll step back. Doesn't pull the trigger this time, though. 4 left on the shot clock. Not even going to get a shot away. She gets a prayer away and clips the iron. Great offensive rebound. Oh, and what a way to put it back in. Hilaire. And this game is back and forth. These two heavyweights trading blows in the fourth. Wow. I'm excited. We're into nearly 7 minutes left to play. 5-point game.
Spanu, spin move, right hand. Course it goes in. It's Spanu.
Spanu with the spin. We love it.
19 points now for Spanu. Polvera goes inside. Traveling violation called. Couldn't quite put the brakes on quick enough.
Look at this, Spanu in the spin. Lovely finish, and in the first half they weren't getting that soft touch, but this in the second half, they've been incredible. Here's the rebound and finish. Seven-point game. Steinberg is at the table to come in for this last 6 minutes.
One of the stars of today's game. Inside to Fazula, to Spanu, long two. She does well to get it away inside the shot clock. with a chance to trim this 7-point deficit. Offensive foul will be called on Gulba as Spanu ends up on the floor, but Latvia offense looks a little bit lost there.
I don't know about that one. I would like to see it again.
A bit of sweat on the floor, so we're going to try and get some of that mopped up before we get started again. Just waiting for the sweat technicians to come onto the floor.
Well, here's this replay. Thank you, my guys in the truck. Oof, really minuscule, but Spanu does the work. Yeah, it's just
I'm not sure,
four.
yeah. Spanu wasn't overly keen to stay on her feet in that situation, but the young Gulba, it's a learning lesson. You start to understand what you can do and, you know, how you can approach that situation, because you know certain players are leading you down that path, right? Lampro now with possession at the top. Oh, a teardrop of a right hand.
Beautiful floater. Lampro. Steinberger now really needs to get herself going.
Steinberger, spin move, Spanu matches it with the footwork. Gulba, another three at the top. Oh, it's raining threes again.
Alexa Gulba, fantastic. She's hit 2 threes now. She's wide open and she's not afraid to let it go, especially when Fasulas drops off of her. She's got a lot of time to shoot that ball. Latvia aren't going away.
Snacky now, Fazula, catch and shoot, long two. Good defense, it's anyone's now. Kristanaki scoops up the loose ball. Once again, we are left with a Spanu-Steinberger battle. Oh, look how physical that is. Foul's going to be called on Steinberger.
She's asking the fouls on the floor. It's not, it's going to be 2 shots. Let's have a look at this. She's asked for the foul there. The foul the whole way through.
Yeah, I think the difficulty you've got is which one of the 5 fouls was the whistle blown for, because that will depend on whether it should be shooting or not. Yeah, I don't think there's any arguments about the foul. I think potentially now the referees are going to review this to see if it's an unsportsmanlike foul, and you wonder if Steinberger hadn't been so vociferous in her protests.
She's asking is that I fouled early, so why aren't you calling it earlier? And now I'm fouling, I'm fouling, I'm fouling, I'm fouling. Now it's over too much.
All right,
of course
you
it's. But let's listen in to the referee. She's mic'd up.
Game referees check.
Just taking a foul, going for the ball, yeah? I agree with the normal foul, just going for the ball. Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, thank you.
Beautiful. That's
Yeah,
what the referee says.
My Forsberg.
Normal foul. Just going for the ball.
Keeping
hey,
it.
Please stop.
Keeping it as a normal foul.
Yeah, and I think that's a fantastic play, a fantastic decision. The referees do have the option to go watch the replay. So yes, Greece coaches, please stop, because we've just gone and watched it a couple of times. So they've had the decision, and I think it's the right decision. It was a play at the ball, and she was trying to foul earlier.
It wasn't excessive force, it wasn't overly aggressive.
Yeah,
it was, you know, like you say, she clearly wanted a foul her, but she was making a play at the ball, so.
But
that's
then
what
also,
the review system's there for, right?
Exactly, they're using it. So well done, referees. They're a crew also, so well done by them. But then also you're sending Spanu to the free throw line, who's on 22 points right now and has been stealing it. And to see the ball go through the net this last 5 minutes, nothing but confidence.
This is the second though, splits the 2. That's 2 from 3 from the line. Spanu not been a regular at the free throw line today. Greece sit in a zone defense to try and mix things up. Oh, in and out. Big rebound by Gulba, though. Foul's going to be called. Fazula not happy with the call.
Big rebound, though. Alexa Gulba comes in, flying, and strong body, gets the rebound. We've still got a lot of time to play, 4 minutes 42, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Really excited to see Gulbert this season. Just signed for Zaragoza. Could be a real breakthrough season for her.
Yeah, she was with Salamanca, so she's staying in the Spanish league. Definitely suits her style of play. Smoothly hits the second.
Down to a 2-possession ball game, and that's how you look at this now as a coach and a player at this stage. How many possessions is it going to take me to get back in the game? Snecki. Inside to Fazula, one-on-one. That's good defense by Gulbert. Playing tough basketball at both ends. Foul will be called on Stamalampro, and it's the right move by Stamalampro. She ended up in a place that
she don't want to be in. That puts her on 4 fouls, though.
I'm not sure there's any player that wants to be in that position, let alone if you're giving away quite a few centimetres and kilos in the battle. Wide open from the wing. Strautman no good. Greece will slow it down. We are a little over 4 minutes away from the final buzzer. Greece still lead this one by 5. Snecki. Finds a lane and draws the foul. Looked like the door had been closed on her, but she just found a seam to get to the basket.
Janecki, beautiful move, like I told you, not afraid of the big moments, saw the switch in the defense and just put her head down. And she'll go to the free throw line. And Steinberger's 4th foul as we go under this 4-minute mark. They need her to stay on the floor. They've sent Laxas to the table, so maybe we'll see if she comes in for her.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Quite a bit of foul trouble for Latvia. 2 players on 3 fouls, 2 players on 4 fouls. For Greece, it's only really Stamalampro that has issues with 4 fouls.
And excuse me, Janecki hits both free throws as Steinberger does stay in the game. Laxas comes in for Katar.
If you're Greece now, how much do you kind of go away from the game plan to try and attack Steinberger and get her out of the game? Do you intentionally do that, or you just do it when it happens naturally?
Yeah. Just do it when it's natural.
Steinberger, the 3. Oh, in and out. How many of those have we seen from both teams this evening? Snecki now. This could be problematic for Steinberger.
This is when you attack Steinberger. That's how you do it.
And Steinberger manages to tread that tightrope of good defense without overcommitting. Pull her up. Laxa has it stripped away. Foul will be called. I think that one's on Fazula. Greece not in the penalty though, just their 3rd team foul of the quarter. Laxa will head to the free throw line though.
Laxa hits the first.
Yeah, this is her first trip to the free throw line as well, so impressive that she can hold a nerve. Such a pressured situation.
That's her 10th point of the day. Well needed. Oh, excuse me, 13th point.
Entering the phase of the game where the big players usually stand up and be counted. Fazula now in the low post, kicks it out. Fazula, big drop step in the middle and gets the score.
And screens, yes, a big move down low. She's so tough to guard.
Ulba, another three. Oh, way off left this time, but chased down by Strautman, and she'll get it back the other way. Doesn't get the score, though. Fazula is fouled by Strautman. Pushing foul called. Greece ball on the baseline. Greece lead by 7. Getting close to locking this one in. That is exactly why a timeout has been called here in Tel Aviv. Fazula has got her double-double, 22 points and 10 rebounds after a tough first half. That is an impressive double-double, but let's head straight into this Greek timeout.
Κατεβάζει την μπάλα η Έλενα. Κατεβάζει την μπάλα η Έλενα. Εδώ είναι η Ελεάνα. Εδώ είναι η Ελεάνα. Εδώ είναι η Άρτεμις, η Μαριέλα και η... Εσύ. Δείχνεις σκόνς, δείχνεις σκόνς, δείχνεις σκόνς. Και μόλις ξεκινήσεις να παίξεις, φεύγεις και κάνεις drive attack. Αν δεν έχεις drive, τραβάς την μπάλα έξω και πας Μαριέλα. Αν δεν έχει drive η Έλενα, τραβάει την μπάλα έξω και πας και τη χτυπάς σε ένα spread pick and roll. Κάνε lift μετά, κάνε lift και πάρε θετικά. Εντάξει, ωραία, πάμε. Έχουμε να δώσουμε ένα foul. Έχουμε να δώσουμε ένα foul.
Here's Vasilas. Lovely finish, constant. She posts up early, she's strong, she's physical, and she has a lovely, beautiful touch. We didn't see it fall her way in the first half, but it has been her way in the second half, and boy, oh boy, Greece needed it. 22 points for Sulas. 8 in the first, 14, thank you, Statman. 7 rebounds in this second half.
Manages to just sneak up the sideline. Greece runs their horns offense. Sneki is fouled. That one's on the floor, though. Latvia in the penalty, so that will send Sneki to the line for 2 shots. Greece getting close to what would be a massive win for them here. Currently 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. It's the second to go.
Time out, Latvia. They want to have a little talk about it, maybe get a good, solid offense here, mark, and then maybe set their defense also. And we'll listen in. You know, I'm fluent in Latvian, so I'll let you know after.
Aneta, Aleksa, šeit ir Paula, Kiti, tu esi šeit, labs bloks, Kiti jādabū brīvs, piespēle, ātrs handoffs un atpakaļ šeit flērs, tagad spāniec taisīt, un uz šeien un uz metienu, okay? Metiens vai garām gājiens, plaši, ja garām gājiens, skatāmies kur mēs, okay? Uz flēru, uz 3 punktiem, skaidrs visām ir, jā? Hey. I
think I got one of these. I got the word flare. That's about as far as Latvia win.
There's a back screen as Spain watch on as they are the next game. There's a back screen as Janeki takes a prayer, and that's exactly maybe this game might be answered for them. There's a back screen and there's a flare. There's a multiple action play that is set, and then it will be interesting to see if they full court press if they do score, because obviously time is not their friend. They're down 8, 1 minute 56 seconds to go. Here we go, let's see if they execute the timeout play.
Laxa now drives inside, good defense, no it's not, it's a foul. Sneki will get called for that one.
Well, that was exactly what coach drew up.
And as a coach, don't you just love that?
It's probably buzzing over there. They had the screen, they had the flare, they had the on-ball. It was multiple actions. It's very difficult to guard.
What I loved about that was the spacing as well. It's so key in that kind of play to keep your timing and your spacing so tight. And You know, you've said it multiple times, when Latvia are running their structured offense, they look really good, right? Laxa hits both from the free throw line. That is ice cold. And you are absolutely right. On the score, they drop into what looks like a 1-2-1-1 zone. I'm not going to lie, it's my favorite press zone. There's the geek in me. And that's exactly why, but you need Steinberger to jump quicker onto the weak side and Greece break through it. Bit of a weave handoff at the top for Greece. Samalopro now to Spanu. Spanu, shot fake. Not this time, it goes up. A little heavy. Steinberger with the rebound. 6-point ball game. 1 minute and 17 seconds left. Stroutman had the chance for the three. Spanu hadn't come out, but didn't take it.
Laxas really needs to find a way.
Oh, what a great defense by Fazula. That is just tough.
Time running out now. They need a stop. They can't foul because it will send them to the line.
Stamalanpro. Oh, she finds a way to the basket and she finds a way to a three-point play.
And a slap down. Incredible finish. She drives, she puts her head down, Stamalanpro.
What a play, just found some space and wow.
And this is so important because when it comes down to potentially wins and losses, the points difference really counts, and she hits her free throw.
Latvia will use their last timeout of the game, and you're absolutely right. Greece are now not just looking at the win, they're thinking about points difference and how they can push on. If this is a win for Greece, this blows this group wide open.
Correct.
Let's head into the Latvian huddle.
Okay? Bet šeit, pēc tā flēra, ja ir tāpat pēc tā flēra, ja ir Anete, ja tev metiens arī met. Okay? Ja piestu vai nu Kitē vai Anete, ja metiens meta. Okay? Bet arī, ja nav par rokām, garām gājienu, finišiem. Nē, nerādam to, to netaisam. Nē, šito pašu taisam, ko mēs taisam. Tas ir, jā, to, nē. Jā? Okay, to Zemperāri.
Is the drive and the slap down across her arm. A fantastic, strong finish, and their bench love it, and they know how important this is. This group is getting very, very interesting because Montenegro have a win. If Greece can hold on, they have a win. Latvia won last night, and then it's now Spain right after this versus Montenegro. This could be a crazy group.
Yeah, this could be truly a commentator's nightmare, trying to work out the permutations on the final day in real time. So, yeah. Steinberger, though, for three. That one's off left and short. Stamalanpro comes up with it, but steps out of bounds. Slight reprieve for Latvia. 32.2 seconds left for them to find a way to score at least 9 points to force overtime.
For me, I want to shot Laxas. She's the best three-point shooter. Have something for her to come off and shoot the three.
Bobora. No good. Spanu can't get it. Gulbert looks to go inside, will draw the foul, and that's exactly what Latvia want, a chance to put points on the board without the clock moving. Both teams in the penalty, and the graphic you saw in that timeout really did tell the tale of this game. Greece, all about the paint points, all about getting inside points. Latvia, the polar opposite. Latvia, 11 from 33 from outside, 9 from 28 inside. And you pretty much flip that for Greece. They've only scored 3 threes. They've scored 28 two-pointers in this game, and yeah, so interesting.
And the game has been Greece style, right? I told you, if they can slow it down, it really benefits them.
It's a scramble. Who's got it? Of course, Basula's got it. Oh, and she's thrown to the floor by Stroutman. That will be Greece ball, though. Possession indicator still leans towards Greece. Fazula gets to her feet with a smile on her face as Greece will call a timeout. And I'm sure we'll look to advance the ball. Look at the scramble. Look what it means as the players throw themselves at possession.
Big time. Look at that, sacrificing your body. It's exactly what it means to play for your national team. We have one more timeout. Let's listen in.
Η Έλενα είναι εδώ, η Ελεάνα. Κάνουμε screen στην Ελεάνα να πάρει την μπάλα εδώ και βγαίνει και η Άρτεμις μετά αφήσει την Άρτεμις και έχει σπάσει ή εδώ ή εδώ. Θα κάνουν φάουλ. Χρειαστάει βολές η Έλενα, γιατί αν πάρεις την μπάλα εδώ, κράτα την μπάλα και όταν θα σου πω να παίξεις πουνιά. Ανοίξουμε όλοι, αν πάλι ναι.
Μετά την μπάλα φεύγω πάλι.
Well, Greeks have drawn up their play. They want to get the ball in safely. They'll probably know that it'll be interesting to see what happens if they hold on to the ball and see if Latvia comes and fouls them, because they'll go to the free throw line, or do they kind of run around and try and waste the time. But Latvia looks like they're in a 2-3 zone, maybe. Might, yep. Could break into a man-to-man.
Straight to the foul, surely. They're not. They're going to try and keep for the steal. In fact, they're potentially thinking about points difference here now. They might not be going for the win anymore. Kristinaki, that's good defense from behind by Vilka. Maybe a little hand check on the hip. Golba. Vilka drives the baseline, kicks it out. Pulver doesn't hit the three, and that will be the end of the game, and that blows this group wide open. What a second half performance from Greece. Huge from them. As Coach Marta knows that the game on Monday against Montenegro is huge now, but the final score here in Tel Aviv is Greece 73, Latvia 65.
Well, this is a lovely scene from the Greek ladies. They know how hard and how much they needed this win. All smiles and hugs. Fasoulas, Spanu, incredible. They were strong, they were mighty, and it's exactly what the Greeks needed. They got their win, and I said to you, it's a crucial win, and I am so right, because now we have Latvia on 1 win, Greece on 1 win, Montenegro with 1 win, and now Spain are under the pressure. They're under the pump. They have Montenegro right after this game, and they need to get a dub. Here are the stats. Fantastic for Greece. They were 90% from the free throw line, which came down being very big. Not very good three-point shooting, 3 from 13. And then the rebounding game they won, the assist, and then they only quite a low turnover game, 5-3. And Spanu and Fasoulas, 22 apiece. Incredible numbers. And then Kristinaki was superb when she got to her jump shot. Mark, it's your turn to talk, honey.
So here are the best plays of the fourth quarter, a nail-biter of a fourth quarter as these two teams look to go toe-to-toe. And Zania, you're absolutely right, though. 3 standout players for Greece in this win. Spanu ends up with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Fasula, 22 points and 11 rebounds. And then let's not forget, Kristinaki was really the hero of the first half. 11 points and 12 rebounds. And this really puts Greece back on track in this tournament. And you're right, it makes it such an interesting game coming up later today, but also looking forward to Monday. Those games are absolutely wide open now, with everyone having to win.
And also, I think Greece will be really happy is that it's a day off tomorrow. They get to put their toes in the sand.
They do. They get to enjoy themselves and relax a little. And just a heads up, Monday we're back for game day 3 for Greece. That is in the form of Spain, which could be an absolute classic of a game if both those teams go in having to win, which it looks like they will. And then Latvia against Montenegro. Call that one for me. I have no idea which way that one's going to flop at all. But, you know, you've got 2 very equally matched teams going toe-to-toe. And, wow, we are perfectly set for the last game of the day here, as Montenegro will take on Spain.
Well, the ladies of the match for me, I can't pick one because they both had 22 apiece. That is 44 big, huge points of 73 of Greece's score. They were just unbelievable. Spanu shooting the 3, doing a spin move, playing solid defense. Fasoulas didn't have the great first half, but then came out in the second half, absolutely destroyed it, had a great tough finish right there, as we can see, and they just wanted it more. They knew how important this win was.
Yeah, you could absolutely tell, and you saw the rest of the team react to that, and Greece will be happy, the fans will be happy. They will be sitting at home enjoying this game, enjoying seeing a Greek team that they expected to see yesterday and maybe didn't quite see. As for Latvia though, well, they won't be too distraught, particularly on the back of that huge 4-point win against Spain on game day 1, but they're on 1 win, 1 loss. Greece are on 1 win, 1 loss. And we now have Montenegro and Spain coming up, with Montenegro going in with the win, Spain without a win yet, and it really does just ramp up the drama that we have here in Tel Aviv. As we will have a look at the group as it shapes out right now, and it couldn't be more perfectly balanced if we tried. Greece, 1 win, 1 loss. Latvia, 1 win, 1 loss. And if Spain beat Montenegro later this evening, every single team in this group will have the same record going into the final day of group action on Monday. It has been breathtaking basketball here in Tel Aviv once again, but the Greek team were just too strong. The dynamic duo of Spanu and Fasula overpower Latvia as Greece win this one 73-65.